Welcome to storied Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. It's the Arizona State Sun Devils and the Penn State Nittany Lions. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Sun Devils head coach told me pregame he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Sun Devils will kick off first, and here we go. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Pretty good job of coverage on that kick. Back to throw, it's Mack. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. And with the pick 6. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
Oof, and after that pick 6, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There's tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick 6 here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick 6 rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to...
And a big play on the outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trying to escape and get it himself. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you converted 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Hansen. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And
we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, third down and long situation to get that conversion and now get first and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Finds his big tight end. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the football.
On third and goal, they'll throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Now, you got to love the effort by this defense. They gave up some yards. They got down, though, to third and goal, money down on third down, and they make the big play. They get pressure, they get the sack, and now it's even better because now you force a fourth and goal, but you backed them up a little bit and made this fourth down hard.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Mack. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Mack has it. Here's a little room there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic.
Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Got room on the return. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Throws for the tight end. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
And this is why I love sudden change situations. When you get a turnover, oftentimes coordinators like to take a shot right away. The defense is back out on the field. They're trying to communicate. Sometimes they're discombobulated. They're sleepwalking a little bit. And the offense takes advantage, taking a shot and coming up with an explosive play.
Looking for just one. And he's in. Touchdown, Penn State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
On target. Into the end zone he goes for the two-point conversion, and the lead is 4. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce.
It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. This is ultra aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You have got to make them...
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes a handoff. It's Mack. Punches ahead. They'll give him a yard to the 13.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come-to-Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, going to the air. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 30. He's at the touchdown. Welcome to Mountain America Stadium in Tempe. It's the Houston Cougars and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Road with the latest on the weather.
Coach Dillingham told me pregame, one thing he's got his eyes on, the weather. We weren't sure what to expect today, but this weather has turned out to be beautiful. He said that will have a great impact and be a benefit to his team here today. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Well, that's some way to start this game. They're lining up for an onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already there. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Running inside, it's Hughes.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team. When you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles, it's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Walker. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the right. Zips it out to his man. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Finding some room, picks up the first down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason key. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mack. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Mack. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Snap to the back. Maybe a crease. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
Well, after their opponent just scored a TD, they need a touchdown themselves to tie this one. And what a big-time run there on third down. I don't know if the defense was expecting them to hand it off, but once he got the football, man, he knew exactly where that first down marker was, and he made sure he got it to keep his offense on the field.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Fires quickly.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Bowling. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Arizona State! Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. The run inside. It's Hughes. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that's the second time today, man. Like, you see, it looks like he's going in fast forward. He's got some jets, man. This guy can really, really move. This offense does such a nice job of finding creative ways to get him the football. And we've already seen it today. A couple of explosive plays, and they're going to continue to feature this young man.
We're off to a fast start here. Offenses are humming as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. Delay to the back. It's Hughes. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
And this offense is clicking, man. This defense is going to have to find something in a hurry, right? That's 3 plays. That's 3 first downs. They've got to do a better job of affecting this defense, getting some penetration, winning at the line of scrimmage. You can't let them just move down the field and get a first down on every single play they run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's looking deep. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Running inside, it's Mack. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the ground. He's got it again. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Goes to the option. There's a crease. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a new set of downs. On the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. He'll try to do it himself.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Timeout taken by the Sun Devils, their first of 3. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Sun Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Safe completion on the screen. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Coming out with it, it's Drake. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Houston going up tempo. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. From the gun to give, looking for room. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Gives it on the option. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Whatever the fastest tempo they have is, that's what they'll use.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Snagged in the middle. It's Hughes. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man.
Could be an alley. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the 1st down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Run in the red zone, it's Hughes. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. To the air, it's Beckman. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Cougars. A great catch and run for 6.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. To run inside, it's Hughes. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Houston! Hello! Got it right in the heart of the end zone.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He's going to take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Kicking team's got it.
Kick returners usually have to have that home run ability, the ability to take it to the house 100-plus yards. But it's also a tough skill because you've got all these guys flying down the field so fast, and sometimes you get a big hit and ball security becomes an issue.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up top.
Touchdown, Houston. Hello. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They've got it to a two-possession game, but now going for the onside kick here in the third quarter. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Running inside. It's Hughes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. To throw, it's Wegman. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
In the red area, it's Hughes. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Houston wants to play fast. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39.
And obviously trailing in this football game now in the second half, this is exactly what they talked about at halftime. We've got to create some explosive plays in the passing game. They're going to need a lot of this, and the defense is fully aware that they're going to throw the football. But that's a great start to this second half.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Spits it out to the back. Caught over the middle. It's Mack. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Sun Devils!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger... The throw and do, you saw it right there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the jumbo formation is on the field as they line up for the 2 points. On the direct snap, it's Mack. Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game, going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
Quarterback will keep it. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he's still...
Snags it, and there's running room. Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Nothing doing. He is stopped short of the goal line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Trying to barge in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Arizona State offense onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Leaping grab for a big gain. Running free, getting this offense going. Stopped him at the
let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
They just keep firing. Escapes the pressure to his right. Throwing on the run. It's a big stride inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. The Sun Devils in the hurry up. They'll run it. It's Mack. Touchdown ASU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Houston offense comes onto the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Now the toss. Got room at the 35. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Just feeds the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. This offense doing business in the red zone. The run inside. It's Hughes. Maybe some room here. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. After run, now throw. Touchdown, Cougars! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires left. Finds his man. It's Mack. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work.
And it's caught inside the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Hey, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the...
Throws toward the end zone. falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's not afraid to go deep. And a dangerous pass there, almost threw a pick in the end zone.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.